Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bharat HM, and this is my teammate Rupesh.
Good morning, sir.
So
Hi, morning.
we, we
Good
are
afternoon.
here to talk
Sorry,
with
sir.
Colonel Ranjiv Babu sir, VSM. Welcome to you, sir.
Thank you.
And to give a brief introduction about our guest, Colonel Ranjiv Babu sir. He has served in the Indian Army for over 24 years. He has played major roles such as combat army aviator, counter-terrorism, and conflict specialist, and many more. He has retired from the army but never from his duty, and is serving the nation even now. Like now, he is the founder and currently the CEO of Leadership Tribe Private Limited, and is training youth and transforming them to future leaders. So, welcome again. I will welcome you to sir.
Thank you,
Now,
Bharat. Thank you, Rupesh, for giving me this opportunity. Lovely meeting you guys. Yeah.
Rupesh will carry on.
Okay.
So once again, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
Hi.
can you give some insights about your company, sir?
Yeah. So, Leadership Tribe is a company which is entering into its third year. We got incorporated as a company in November 2017. We are basically an organization which upholds the leadership values, and we look at corporate leadership largely. Because we get a feeling that in corporates the one thing that needs to be developed and sustained is leadership at all levels, at the functional level, at the operational level, and at the strategic level. So how do we do it is we have a group of very highly skilled trainers, we have consultants, and we have coaches and facilitators who are trained and certified by international bodies with a fair amount of experience in this field. And we engage with our clients who are largely from the corporate arena and from industry in coaching, facilitating them, in helping them achieve high performance and improving their leadership at all levels. So we are also agile coaches. We help and transform companies that are on agile. We enable agile transformation and increase the agility of existing companies to adapt to the new world, to new markets, especially with volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous markets. We enable people, individuals, teams, and companies in doing this. So that's what we do. Apart from that, personally, I enable young Indians, what I call adults, in college, in campuses, in discovering their leadership quotient and thereby enabling them to have a smoother and better transition and understanding into what the corporate sector is all about. So that's what I do. Yeah.
So what was the motivation to start this company, sir?
Yeah, the motivation to start this company was I had a passion for teaching and mentoring, which I used to do in the Indian Army too. And I realized that this is something that being in the Indian Army gave me a lot of great amount of experience and a lot of avenues to enable my leadership, to display and demonstrate leadership. I must also say I was in Christ College. I'm ex BCom. Yeah, I did my graduation in BCom itself. From that time, it was Christ College. I was in the NCC, so leadership started from the campus for me. And being in the army, whatever I did, I was able to. I got to realize that whatever I know, my experience needs to be shared. And there is so much of a dearth of leadership in people, especially in the working youth, in industry. A lot of things are directional. People get into positions and then direct people how to work. While the new world order is changing, it is becoming more flat, it is becoming more inclusive, it is becoming more collaborative, which requires new leadership styles. You can't go the way leadership used to be about 10, 15, 20 years back. That is no longer valid because the markets have changed, the world has changed, the consumer reactions, consumer preferences have changed. Consumer has got a lot of choice, so you need to adapt. So leadership has to adapt, and there I felt that I am able to contribute, because in the army it's all about adapting quickly and performing and always performing. So I was able to get that learning, and agile also helped me, and that is why I thought that was my main motivation in creating this company.
So what was the initial investment made to start this company, sir?
Yeah, great. So my initial investment, you'll be surprised, was we just put in 1 lakh. Okay. We follow lean principles. If you know what lean is to identify wastage and reduce wastages. It's a method which is used in the industry. So we are fully lean, okay, and we were able to achieve our projected figures. We have very minimal operational costs. We are completely online. We use all online sources right from the day we started. We don't have a physical office. And we've grown from 2 people to now we've got 6 people on our payrolls and about 250 coaches and contractor on contract with us in the market. We have clients from MNCs, from IBM. We've got global companies, FTSE 500 companies. We have Swiss Re, we have HSB Bank, we have RHB Bank. We work with various other enterprises. This 1 lakh has grown, and now we are able to sustain break even and even generating profits. But being a service industry, it works very differently. And so that is how we started. Yeah, with just 1 lakh, we started the company.
So then it will be continued by Bharat, sir.
Yep.
Sir, now the world is facing the pandemic of COVID-19.
Yep.
So how is that affecting your day-to-day activities in the company, sir? Like,
yeah, in fact,
even though it is online, it would have some effects like where the functionality comes or the performance comes. Like, does that affect your activities, sir?
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, we were always online. Like I told you, we don't have a physical office. Our office is virtual because we cater to a global community. But whenever we used to go for engagements, we used to go on site and have physical interactions. But thanks to COVID, when COVID started, the day our beloved Prime Minister declared COVID, that night itself we shifted and we started to adapt and redesign our method of working, and we migrated completely to online platform. Okay, so the challenges we faced are I had to enable myself to go completely remotely. Okay, how to teach remotely, how to do trainings remotely, and we were one of the first to approach the International Council, the Accreditation Council, that please give us the certifications to go remote. Okay. And within 1 week, we got our accreditations. We carried out whatever planning and requirement was done. And we got ourselves accredited within a week. And we were online in the market in the 9th day of COVID. Okay, providing online, because that was a great market opportunity for us. People were trying to figure out as to what is to do with work at home. They're sitting at home. There's so much of time. And it also enabled us because our operational costs were reduced. We didn't have to, people don't have to go to a place. There's no travel involved. You can sit at the comfort of your house and earn the certificate. So we did a quick change and we were able to adapt quickly. And we went online completely with our trainings. And the only shift is from B2B, we went into B2C. So from consulting, we put more emphasis on training. Because training is something that COVID has given a great opportunity. Everyone now every second person is now doing training, okay, online. But we were able to generate a phenomenal amount of business growth by going online very early and adapting ourselves. And today, I would have otherwise had to go to, like this morning, I trained 20 people from a bank in Malaysia. You know, if it had not been COVID, I would have had to physically go there, or probably they would have never got in touch with me. But thanks to COVID, I can now reach globally. Yeah, from the safety confines of my house, and my market has improved tremendously on the online market. Yeah, so that's how it's helped.
Sir, the next question is like, how does Leadership Tribe differentiate or is unique from the other leadership training centers, sir?
Yeah, exactly. So one thing in Leadership Tribe is we give unique leadership. That is, I get my military background. Okay, nobody does that in the market. And I don't give motivational talks. I don't give inspiration stories. What makes us unique is we actively engage with our clients on actual issues that they're dealing with. Okay, and we go into the processes, we go into people behavior, we go into the product design, and we also look into the environment. So these are the 4 areas we work on. And where we are different is we enable the people through clearly defined measuring metrics. Okay, so we go into what is the measuring metrics of measurements. That's what we define. And of course, as a trainer, I come with military, I come with management, I come with agile, I come with leadership, all these things, soft skills. I I have that entire resource with me, so I can talk about aviation being a pilot myself. So I can look at how one develops motor skills through as being a pilot. How do you achieve agility? How are you able to adapt? So these are the kind of things that makes us very special in the market. It's a USP
Sir.
actually for us.
Sir, one last question. That is, in olden days, our country witnessed many leaders. Despite we didn't have any training centers as such, but nowadays, leadership training centers are like emerging to train youth. So,
Yep.
what is your opinion on that, sir?
I think it's good, but the fact is, see, leadership training is a very responsible business. Okay, it is not actually a money-making business because you are enabling people to perform. My only observation is it shouldn't become like a money-making business where you're taking some money and just telling some people something and then leaving them alone.
Yes.
Training for me, the actual training is after the training is over. How are you going to make it sticky? How do you make it endure? Say Bharat and Rupesh have done 2 days of training with me. What is important is after that, how are they able to achieve results? So the follow-up is important, which most of the leadership training, institutions don't do. They teach you and then they leave you alone. Okay, I feel that is not enough. Theory is okay, but the practicality of your learning is important. It has to be sticky, at least for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. There should be some kind of a contact program where your leadership abilities are constantly monitored and enhanced based on the training you've done. So that is the only thing which I see that most of the leadership coaching or the leadership training institutes are not doing. They use it as a business. You come, take a certificate, and you go. So that's the fundamental difference.
So I have a last question. Sir, what are your future plans of your company, sir?
Yeah, the future plans is we are going global. We've got a company. We've got an agency in UK. We are also moving into USA. We are moving into South Africa. We are also looking at opportunities in Dubai. We are also looking at opportunities in Southeast Asia. So we are growing, and we intend by this year end to have about 500 consultants in our roles, and move into other avenues of certification and reach out to more number of students and people who are looking at a career and helping them understand what leadership is all about. Basically, is to improve our strength by at least 5 times by this year end. That's what we're looking at.
So thank you, sir, for
Most welcome.
spending precious time with us, sir.
Thank you very much. All the very best.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving
Thank
us.
you, sir.
Bye.
Yes, sir. Bye.
Yeah.